Hi, welcome. In today's tutorial, I'm going to take you through the introductory part of SPSS. So, without wasting much time, let's start. So, you look out for the SPSS application on your desktop. That is if you've installed it on your PC, okay? But personally, I have mine at the taskbar. So, I'm going to open it at the taskbar. So, this is the SPSS interface. Now, look at the down left corner here. You see variable view with yellow. It means that I'm at the variable view, okay? So when you click on data view, it takes you to where your raw data will be. So this is the data view, okay? This is where your raw data will be located, okay? And then at the variable view, this is where you are going to define the properties of your variable, okay? Now, as I said earlier, your data will be at the data view, okay? But I do not have my data here, okay? I have mine in Excel, so I'm going to copy from Excel and then bring it here, okay? So let's go to Excel. This is my small data on Excel. I wanted to know if there is any relationship between eating gobe and height of student, or eating gobe and then weight of student. Gobe means beans, okay? So I want to check if the height of student depends on whether they eat gobe or not, or their weight depend on whether they eat gobe or not. Or I may also decide to check whether student height or weight depends on their age. Okay, so this is a small raw data I have on that. And then the first respondent said she's a female, and then she's age 22, and she's 61.5 kilogram. And then she's 1.73 meters tall, and then she eats gobe. And then the second respondent says he's a male, is 24, and this is weight, is height, and then he doesn't eat gobe. Continuously like that, okay. Now this is my raw data in Excel. Before I transfer it to SPSS, when you look at column A contains gender, okay, which in this case, I'm doing this video in Ghana. And then the only two genders that are allowed, as in legally, are male, female. So we don't have transgender and the likes. So since we only have two, which is male, it's either you are a male or a female, just two. So I'll say it's a binary variable, okay? And here too, I'm asking if you eat gobe or not. I only require two answers from you, yes or no. We don't have maybe sometimes something, yes or no, okay? So it's also binary. So before I take them to SPSS, this is what I'm going to do. Now, you see the two binary variables. I'm going to represent them with dummies, okay? I can make female 1 and then male 2, okay? And then I can make yes 1 and no 0. I can also decide to make yes 1 and no 2. It depends on you, the researcher, okay? So to represent column A, which is gender with dummies, this is what we are going to do. First, you click on Ctrl plus F. So this dialog box will display, okay? Then you come to replace. Now when you come to replace, find what? Now let's say we want to replace male with 1 and then female with 2. To do that, first, where we have find what, we are going to type in male over there. Male, okay? Now what are we replacing male with? We are replacing male with 1, okay? So we enter 1 at replace with. Then you come to match cases. You check the box there, okay? Then you click on replace all. Then you click on OK. Now you see that all the ones that are male have changed to 1, okay? Now the reason I told you to check this particular box is that if you had not done that, this is what would have happened. Look at the spelling of female. The spelling of female contains the spelling of male, female, M-A-L-E. If you had not checked this box, this particular box here, if you had not checked that box, it would have changed female to F-E-1, F-E-1. Do you get it? So that is why you need to check that box, to show that it's two different things altogether, okay? Then, after getting the male, then we go to female also. Then we type female exactly how it is in the questionnaire. So F-E-M-A-L-E. then we enter 2. Okay, then we click on replace all. So okay, so we are done with this. You can close it, and then we come to do you eat gobe. So let's say we want to make yes 1 and then no 0. Okay, so this is what we are going to do. We also click on Control plus F. Okay, then we go to replace. So at find what, okay, we enter yes, exactly how it is on the questionnaire. Okay, so then we are replacing yes with 1, isn't it? So we enter 1, then we click on replace all, then okay, then we go to no. Also you type in no exactly how it is on your questionnaire, and then you replace this with 0. Okay, dummy 0, then replace all. Okay, so you close. So we are done. Now after doing this, so we are now transferring these to SPSS. Okay, so this is what you do. You can select from here and then left click and drag. When you are done, then you click on Ctrl plus C to copy it. Okay, then you go to your SPSS. Now when you come to the SPSS, make sure you go to the data view. Okay, then you stand at the first cell here and then click on Ctrl plus V. Then it will bring the raw data to SPSS. Now in SPSS, to define the property of each variable, let's go back to Excel and see something. You see that in Excel, each column has a name like gender, age, weight, and the likes. But in SPSS, we didn't copy the names. Okay, so we are going to define those things in the variable view. So let's go to the variable view to do that. So when we come to the variable view, we are going to do that over there. Okay, now let's go back to the data view. Now the first column, what was at the first column? It was gender, isn't it? So you can just type in gender for VAR1. Okay, so gender, or you can write sex. Okay, it depends on you. Then let's go back to the data view again. Now the second, you see that it has replaced this place with gender. Look at the top, you see that you have gender there now, right? And then the second one was what? Age, right? So let's go to the variable view and then type age at VAR2. So age. Then the next one was what? This was weight. Okay, weight. So we key in weight. Then this is height, and this is gobe. Okay, please don't leave space when you are entering the names. Okay, so let me just type gobe. Okay, you can't leave space in this. Okay, then we go to the type. Now, are they numeric or they are string? Now in other videos I'll be explaining each of them depending on the data I'm using to teach. Okay, so let's leave them numeric for now. Now for the width, you can leave it how it is. Okay, then for the decimal, this means that, let's go to the data view, then you see something. Now look at the data view. You see that your data, they are in two decimal places, meaning after the decimal point 2 digits come after the decimal. Okay, so you can decide to leave them in whole number or in 2 decimal places. Now for gender being in 2 decimal places is not necessary because it's just 1 or 2. And then gobe also being in 2 decimal places is not necessary because it's just 0 or 1. But for height and weight, you can leave them in 2 decimal places since the raw data are in 2 decimal places. And then the age also, okay, there's no need leaving the age in 2 decimal places. So let's go to the variable view and then change gender, age, and gobe to 0 decimal places. So gender to 0 decimal place, and then age to 0, and then gobe to also 0. So let's go back to the data view and see how it will look like. Now look at the data view, see how it looks like this time around. You see that it has been reduced, so that's it. So let's go back to the variable view. Now at the label, you can enter the entire description of each column. For instance, you can type in your gender, or your sex. Okay, here you can type in how old are you, okay, or what is your age, as in how you put the question on your questionnaire. Okay, so how old are you, and then here your weight. Maybe this was how you put the question on your questionnaire. Okay, so you do it that way. Maybe your weight in kilogram, okay, in kilogram, and then your height, maybe in meters. So how you put it on your questionnaire. The next one, do you eat gobe? So you can ask the question in full here. Okay, now when we come to the values, remember there were two binary variables, and those are gender and gobe. Okay, so remember we made one male and two female, and then in gobe we made yes 1 and then no 0. So we are going to let SPSS know of that particular thing over here. So gender, so you click here and then you come to the value. Now the value was 1 for male, isn't it? So we enter 1 and then we come here and then type male exactly how it is on your questionnaire. So male, then you click add, so it comes in this form. Then you go back again and then enter 2 and then type in female at label. Okay, female, then you click on add. Okay, then you come to gobe also, then you do that. Remember we made 0 no, isn't it? So you enter 0 and then you type no at label. So you click on add and then go back and then enter 1 and then enter yes, type yes. Okay, then you add. So we are done with this also. Then you click OK. So now when we come to the next one is asking if there's any missing value, maybe in gender, in age, in weight, in height, in gobe. So if there's any missing value, you let SPSS know. But I have no missing value, so I'm going to skip this place. Then here you can, let me make this place 16, then you see how it will change. Now I've made this 16, so let me go to the data view, then you see how it will look like. Now look at gender. You see that the width of the cell containing gender is now large, isn't it? It's because I increased the column. Okay, so I can reduce it back to how it was. I want it to be at 8. Okay, so I'll leave mine at 8, each of them. Now for this place, you are going to inform SPSS how you want the alignment to be. Do you want right, left, or center? Okay, so I want mine right throughout, so I'm going to leave them right, 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 right. You can change it how you want it to be. Okay, so then we go to the measure. Now for the measure, it's very important to know scales of measurement. I did a video on the levels of measurement, the nominal, ordinal, ratio, and interval level of measurement. You can watch that and then understand each of them. Okay, but let me explain it here too. Now for gender is a categorical variable. Okay, but we have two categorical variables. It's either ordinal or nominal. Okay, now but which is gender? Now do we rank male and female? Do we rank them? We do not rank male and female. Okay, yeah, you guys are speaking of equality. We don't rank. So because we do not rank male and female, then it should be nominal. Okay, then when we talk about age is scale because it's in numbers. Okay, the ones that are in numerals, you make them scale. Okay, age is 22, 20 years, 21 years, 25 years, 24 years, so it's scale. Okay, scale can also be ranked. Okay, but it's numeral. Okay, but nominal and ordinal are not in numerals, they are not in numbers. Okay, so let's come to weight. Weight is in what? Numeral, so we make it scale also. And then height is in numbers, so we make it scale also. Then do you eat gobe? Yes or no? We are not saying those who eat are better than those who don't eat per se. Okay, so it's also on nominal. Just put it on nominal. For you to use ordinal, it's when you have questions like excellent, very good, good, poor, fair, or superior, middle, or upper class, middle class, and lower class, something like that. That one is ordinal. Okay, so after doing that, then let's go back to the data view. Now look at the data view. Remember that when we copied this from Excel to SPSS, this place was 1 2 1 2 1 2, and then Gobe also was 1 0 1 0 1 0. So you see that it's been replaced with female and male back, and then yes or no back. You can change it to 1 2 1 2 or 0 1 0 1 by clicking on this particular place, value labels. Okay, look at the top here. You see 1 and A. When you click on it, it changes back to dummies. Okay, but when you click on it, it changes back to what? Each original label. Okay, and then when you click on it again, you have it in dummy form. Okay, depending on what you want to check in the data, you can always change it yourself. So after everything, then you can save it. So to save it, you can just click this place, or you click on file and then go to save. Okay, but let me use this particular one. So when you click on it, you go to where you want to save it. So if you want to save it in documents, then you save. Okay, but I want to save mine in Philos. So I go to Philos, and then I type the name of the file. So let me give the file name. So let me just say Gobe. Okay, Gobe. So this is Gobe. Okay, then I save. So now I have my file saved in form of SPSS file. Okay, not more in Excel. So next, I'm going to take you through Stata and NVivo as well. So you can check out the video I told you about on levels of measurement. Please do well to subscribe to the channel, because I'll be posting videos on how to analyze data using SPSS, Stata, NVivo, Excel, and other statistical softwares. Thank you.